Today on this episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, we're going to be talking about the backwards compatibility PlayStation 4 games playable on the PlayStation 5. We're also going to be talking about Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales goes gold and shows off some sneaky new suits, as well as PlayStation Store on the web and mobile will stop selling PS3 games and more. Stay tuned, guys. Yo, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, brought to you by digitalcracknetwork.com. I'm your host, Punch 305, and with me, old school gaming specialist, Uncle Willie.
What you said something?
Willie?
Bro, wait, hold on.
Yeah?
Let me pause this real quick. Hold on.
The fuck you mean pause? What the hell are you doing?
Sorry. Bruh, it's the first time I played video games in a long time. And
what?
Now you want to talk about video games?
Yeah, that's our main duty when we do the podcast. What the fuck are you playing anyways?
My main duty is to stay Cuban and die.
Well, yeah, that is, rule one. But first, what the fuck are you playing? Because I'm here all ecstatic and stuff.
So everybody can judge me.
Okay.
And immediately at me because of my immense backlog of games. I am playing that, like, for the second day, Need for Speed Heat on the PS4.
This is why you paused when I introduced you?
No, that is why you interrupted me while I was playing a game.
Oh, you know what? This segment is brought to you by D2D. Use promo code MIAGeeks10 to save 10% on your next purchase order. That's MIAGEEKS10. Description down below. Get the promo code, click on the link, put it in your shopping cart. That's 10% saved. And Willie's a dick. But he's my friend, my brother, my everything. But he's still a dick. And
Bruh,
I just can't with you. Oh my God.
I should have made some fries for that salt you just threw at me.
You sure about that? You should have made more than just fries. Like everything. Even rice. I don't care. I have salt to rice. Fuck.
Not as much salt as you're throwing right now. Jesus, boy. Have you checked your blood pressure lately?
Not yet, but I'm just, you know what? Yeah, I'm done. And you know what?
You need to get into some Tai Chi, maybe some yoga. You find your center, which is going to take a while. You're pretty big.
I dislike you so much more right now than ever. But
join the club.
But guys, you know what? As always, make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just to know when we come out these amazing videos, which is 3 times a week. 2 gaming, 1 movie. Right, Willie? Are you sure you're listening now?
You're rattled. You're rattled bad.
I hate you.
I mean, seriously, bro.
But
wait. I gotta say it.
Go.
You mad, bro?
Oh yeah, no. I'm big mad. Not little mad. I'm big mad. But guys, on a serious note, today is an interesting day because we found out what's up with the PlayStation 5, the backwards compatibility thing, and much more. Finally, yes, because it's a must, which comes to my thought that I think I did the right thing of buying the PS5 with a disc in it for these purposely reasons that we're going to be talking about, which backwards compatibility for the PS4 games playable on the PS5. Now, let's talk about some bullet points here, guys. The PS4 games are playable on the PS5, which is 1. The overwhelmingly majority is 4,000 plus games, and that's still that they're counting about it. And it's going to be playable on the PS5. We get to select the PS4 games for benefits on the PS5 consoles with Game Boost. We're going to find out a little more about that during these conversations. And also, which makes the PS4 games run with a higher and smoother frame rate. Willie, on that bullet point right there, what's your thoughts about the fact that we get to run PS4 games on a higher frame rate?
Well, that's something that devs have to support. And so far, only one title that I know of has been confirmed to use Game Boost if you play the PS4 version on the PS5, and that's Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay.
Which is a good thing.
Absolutely. But do you think that it's going to be... Okay.
There will be more, I'm sure. And I'm sure you're going to see more more first party games that are going to do it. But well, there's a little caveat with that, and we'll get to that eventually. I mean, it's cool. You get a PS4 game, you enjoy playing it, then you get it to the PS5, and you can replay it or continue playing it depending on another feature, which we'll talk about later.
Okay.
And you get a boost in graphics and frame rate. I don't see a problem with that.
I don't see a problem with that either. That's actually at least a big plus for people that want to play their PS4 games on the PS5. You know, because PS4 is not really dead. We just got a better system, if that's the way we want to look at it, right, Willie? Or
I mean, if you want to look at it that way, yes.
Okay.
Now, one thing I will say is I'm happy that they finally talked about how exactly backward compatibility works.
Yes.
And I know that it's something silly because it may seem like, it's straightforward. You play your PS4 games on your PS5. They didn't really mention that.
No, they didn't. Actually, they mentioned a couple other things though about that. But go ahead.
They talked about a couple of other things, but they didn't specifically say this is how your games will be backward compatible. Now, it's not going to play all of the games, but it's going to play the vast majority, almost every single game. 4,000 plus, they're saying.
Yeah, 4,000 plus at least.
But the thing is, matter of fact, they've listed only 11 titles that will not work on a PS5. And of them, the most notable ones are Afro Samurai 2, Revenge of Kuma Volume 1.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Nor did I.
TTL of Man Right on the Edge 2, which would be interesting to me because it's racing. Shadow Complex Remastered, and Hitman Go, which is a mobile game. So the games that are on there, I mean, unless you want to, you really love playing Wii Sing.
Oh God, yeah, sure.
You'll be perfectly covered by the PS5. Now, there are some caveats to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can play the games, but certain features don't work the same. There's no share button. So on the what's the name of the controller?
The PS5, the DualSense. No,
Thank you. The DualSense. You're right.
Okay.
The DualSense. It doesn't have a dedicated share button the way the PS4 does. So using the share button is not going to work. You can still share screenshots and do things like that. You just got to go through a different setup.
Yeah.
Also, PSVR works with PS5, but not with the PS4 camera.
Mm-hmm.
Not directly. I'm sorry, not with the PS5 camera. You have to use the PS4 camera with an adapter because the PS4 camera does not connect directly to the PS5. Silly little things like that, which are little nitpicks. Like, if you really want to get nitpicky about it, you'll get mad about it. But they're small things.
It's true. It's true, though.
All in all, I'd say pretty good. I'm happy. So if I have the physical version of the PS5, I can grab a PS4 disc, pop it in, and it'll do what the Series X and what the Xbox One before did, which is go online to get an update, most likely get a digital version of the game, and tie it to the disc. So every time you pop in the disc, that digital version is what you play.
Which I think that's the smartest thing they could have done already, to be honest.
I mean,
they should have done it with other things, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers right now.
Depending on how you feel about disk space, because think about it. Right now, I don't have that many PS4 games. I have like 92.
Only? Pfft, of course, you're way behind.
Okay, I'm being an ass, but whatever. But imagine I put all 92 of those games in the PS5.
Oh yeah.
Let me go get the digital version of that game. Pretty soon, I don't have enough space.
No, yeah, you're gonna be all swamped up.
Yeah. Which is okay for me because I'm not gonna play Call of Duty Warzone, which takes up about 300 terabytes of space.
Just about.
That's an estimate. But yeah, I mean, I'm cool with it. What do you feel?
I just think it's a pretty interesting concept of what they're doing here with the PS5. And also the fact that they're letting you know already with warning that before purchasing an add-on for any game that you're going to play, make sure that it plays on the PS4. Because yeah, you're gonna be like, oh good, yeah, I can play all these games on the PS4, on the PS5, excuse me, on the PS5 and whatnot. But when you try to get the add-ons and whatnot, and it doesn't work, PlayStation is pretty much already letting you know. Please test them out. Don't be there going, yeah, my game is not on the list, I could play it. No, test it. Make sure you can buy it, play it again, and whatnot, and so forth. And also another thing which I noticed that I kind of went through this whole list a little bit. Even though your game might be able to play on the PS5, you might have to buy it again just to play it on the PS5. From what I've been reading, have you seen some parts of that? Because I know I saw it a couple times.
No, I have not seen this.
Well, then it might be in further detail, because I heard that yeah, you might have the physical game and whatnot, but let's say for certain add-ons and whatnot for the game to play on your PS5, you have to purchase it again. Which I was like, I don't.
You're talking about certain add-ons or I'm not sure. I'm not sure I follow you there. I didn't see that.
Well, I think I saw it. Which, well, we're gonna be going through the whole list anyways of the things for the backwards compatibility for the PS5. But I kind of swore that I saw that you might have to buy the game again if it doesn't work with their PS4 disc or the add-ons that were with it or whatnot and so forth. But we'll cover that part just in case. I might be wrong. God knows. But I know I saw something there in that nature.
No, but this is actually something that I would be interested in knowing, only because I'm pedantic like that. Like I said, I'm not going to be buying one anytime soon. Their website also goes through a whole list of things on how you would play games, or how you would transfer digital games, because digital games you can do it on either the digital edition or the regular disc edition.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't play physical games on the digital one, but that's only for people who worry about a physical library.
Well, here we go. I found it. It's actually an upgrade and an eligibility for a PS4 disc to play on the PS5 consoles.
So to upgrade the PS4 version to PS5.
That's what I saw.
That's also up to developers and publishers.
Yes.
Some developers some publishers like CD Projekt Red have already gone on record saying that if you buy the PS4 version, you'll automatically get the PS5 version free. Yep.
We've been seeing that a lot. We've actually been covering a lot of that the whole time.
Yes.
But what I like about this though, they're not just letting you know, hey, yeah, this is what happens when you buy your PS4 games and you put it into a PS5 to see if it's upgrade availability. They're also talking about the digital version for people that buy the digital edition. If you buy the games digitally online, just to let you know, if you could play, let's say, I think I got Call of Duty. Which one is it? I don't know. It's Call of Duty 3. Let's just put that way in my head because I can't remember right now. And I bought that.
Don't say that. That's a PS3 game. Say Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Okay, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. That came out for the PS4 a couple years back, and I think it's Black Ops 3, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. No?
Black Ops 4.
Is it?
Black Ops 4, most likely. Did you buy Black Ops 4?
No, here it is. I think I did. I'm not even sure. But
whatever.
No.
Whatever it is, I'll buy it.
It's one of the Black Ops. But I got it digitally, though. And the thing is, they're here to explain to you that, yeah, if you got the game digitally, sure, we could check to see if we could download it to the PS5. But, don't think that it's going to be a free thing. You might have to purchase a $5 upgrade just for you could play that version digitally on your PlayStation. So there's a lot of little things that we have to look into, guys, before jumping into conclusions of, oh man, what the fuck? This should have been free. They said it. So no. They didn't say nothing about being free. They're saying that some games might be able to play there, but there might be a price to it. Some could be free. Some could be free, but they're letting you know that some of the games that you bought online or some of the games that need to be repurchased again for upgrade, they're letting you know that you might have to do it though. But now I'm a little ahead of myself though.
Now, go ahead. I will say, for those wondering about Microsoft's stance on this, I have not seen anything to say otherwise. Every Xbox One game is playable on the Series X or the Series S if it's digital. Every single one.
Yeah, that's true.
Every game for the Xbox 360 and OG Xbox that was playable on Xbox One will also be playable on Series X and Series S. Still no death smiles. Fuck you.
I find that fucked up, but yeah, I agree.
Listen, when Ace Combat 7 came out, they finally gave me the ability to play Ace Combat 6 on the Xbox One. That made me happy because I hadn't been able to play it. The only Ace Combat game that was exclusive to a Microsoft console. So I got my 360 disc and I popped it on the Xbox One and I was pleasantly pleased. But as far as Death Smiles, that's a me thing. I'm still going to say fuck you because I want to play it on there.
Absolutely.
But I understand.
But still, we're gonna cover some of the things here from the PlayStation website, actually, where they're advising us, what we're gonna be expecting from the backwards compatibility, which is one of them is gonna be playing the PS4 disc on the PS5 console with a disc drive. Technically, very simple. Insert the PS4 disc, make sure to see if you can actually download the updates. Select the hub of your games at home. You'll need to keep the disc inserted each time you play this game. So just because it downloads does not mean that you can be like, digital, done. No, you have to insert the disc to be able to play it on your PS5.
Yes.
Also, another thing, to transfer digital games from your PS4 to the console, your PS5, you can transfer your digital games and save data from your PS4 to your PS5 console using Wi-Fi data transfer. You can also,
Well, we'll get to that one next.
Oh yeah, you can access your PS4 games on your PS5 console directly from the PS5 extended storage drive. Now, Willie, you were going to say something because there's more things here to bring up, but you were going to say?
Oh yeah, there's one little caveat to the whole thing about passing over your saves.
Oh, go ahead.
And that's that, according to Sony, cross-gen save support is up to the developers.
Wow.
Meaning that, yes, you can transfer your saves over to the PS5, but whether or not they work depends on whether or not the developer allows it to work. We discussed the one issue before with Dirt 5. Dirt 5 will not be cross-gen save, will not have cross-gen save support. Meaning you have a game on PS4, you won't be able to pick up where you left off on the PS5. Which is weird considering that Codemasters, a developer, allows you to go from the Xbox One to the Series X. And there's a problem as well. The one that upsets good old Agent Joe the most, Spider-Man Remastered. You can't take your PS4 save of Spider-Man and pass it over to the PS5. Now, that's a first-party title, which makes it especially odd. But for whatever reason, just because a game is playable on PS5 from the PS4 doesn't mean you can use your saves.
I see.
So there's that.
Yeah. We have that. And also, I know you guys are, interested also in this part as well for the digital version of the PS5. You can transfer the same thing with the digital version as well. It's just a little different. It says install the PS4 digital game on your PS5 console. Select the game library, press the game home, select the game if you want to play. I mean, the one you want to play, not if, excuse me. If you haven't already, download the game and select download just to see what happens. Again, you never know what is going to happen with these digital games. If you download it to your PlayStation 5, who knows? You might even be able to play it off the bat, but you're going to get all the downloads, all the updates, everything you guys need. The game that will...
And in some cases, you should be able to see a button on the PlayStation Store that says upgrade.
Yes, absolutely correct.
And that's with 2 Ds for a double dose of loving. I had to throw that in there. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I love it.
Matter of fact, put a picture of Upgrade on there. Yeah.
Ain't that beautiful?
I love that movie, and it's cousin Jose's fault, but I still love that movie.
It's amazing. I don't care what anybody tells me. But, the game will install automatically. Depending on the game, you may have an option to copy it and play the portion of the game right away. Awesome. Also, guys, upgrade edgeability for the PS4 to the PS5 version. You may have options to upgrade your PS4 to the digital PS5 version. But again, that's on another site, which we talked about already. And But just to give you a heads up, huh?
I just said that.
I know you did. I'm trying to be a little more nice about it.
Because it's 2Ds.
Damn those 2Ds. Well, and here's another one that I know that this is kind of in our field right now, which is the compatible controllers on the PS5 console, excuse me. The DualSense wireless controller, DualShock 4, the wireless controller, and the PS5 officially licensed third-party gamepad controllers will work on your PS5 with support of the PS4 game. Willie, I think we talked about this a couple of months back. Maybe like a month back, about the whole controller things. What are your thoughts about the fact that we can actually play with our PS4 controllers on the PS5, but only for PS4 games? Do you think that's a smart move, especially like if you want to do a little game thing with your buddies or not, and not have enough controllers to pass around?
It makes sense. I mean, PS4 titles will not have the ability to use the new features on the DualSense, so it makes sense that, you know, even if you use a PS5 controller, you're not going to get any serious benefit out of it. I think it's good to be able to use PS4 controllers for PS4 games, especially local multiplayer games. Like you said, if you come over, if I go over to your house to play the PS5, I can take my PS4 controller and we can play PS4 games.
Yeah.
You never did get Castle Crashers, did you?
Oh God, I hope they must have upgraded then, because we got to play it.
No, it doesn't matter.
I'm
just
gonna
get it, and we could play it on the PS5. You know, where the PS4 version, of course. But I can use my controller.
But here's another thing, Willie, which I think this will be a good benefit for you, especially with these other controllers. Separately, I can't even say it. Peripherals. Okay.
Or say it like Cat Williams did, peripheral.
Peripherals. Especially peripherals, such as licensed racing wheels, arcade sticks, and fighting sticks will work on the PS5 and support the PS4 games, which I think that's a huge plus for us since we have the gaming sticks at the house and whatnot. And if we don't, we can still freaking buy them out there for the PS4 and play some Marvel vs. Capcom if we need to.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing, because I remember the heartache when I got when I tried to put my PS3 racing wheel on the PS4 and it didn't work.
Oh, God, that was murder.
Minor things that only affect a certain group of people, but it's good to have those kind of backward compatible options.
And here's one for you, Willie, which hopefully we get to find soon. Both PS Move controllers and the PSVR Aim controller will work on supported PSVR games on the PS5 console. You're
supposed to be selling me yours.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. I didn't say nothing about selling. I said I have them. I didn't say nothing about selling.
You're supposed to be selling me yours.
Oh, first talk to Joe.
You told me you have them.
I have them.
Joe, Agent Joe you cannot negotiate with the man. I'm still gunning for his Vita, and he insists that's for his son, knowing full well that he's more likely to play his son's Switch than his son is to play his Vita.
Well,
but he still won't sell them to me. So therefore,
hands on, he's going to
sell them to me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Shit. You're not going to give me shit. The only thing it's going to give me is what life gives me, a hard time.
Well, yeah, I am going to give you a hard time, but I'll even tease you with look what. I'm still going to go over.
By men.
I don't want to be teased by men either. But what I'll do for you is I'll bring the controllers to your house and we'll play some VR. And then I'm like, all right, Willie, we'll have high five and we're out. Bye.
You won't leave.
Yeah, I would. I'll be gone.
I'll stick my cat on you.
I'll be gone to November. Fuck your cat, dude.
I'll stick my cat on you. My cat is evil.
I hate
all cats are evil. All cats are evil. This one teleports.
Oh no, I seen that cat. That cat's freaky as shit. I don't know how from outside your room it managed to come inside. I don't know. We actually make sure that we open the door, close it. Your cat's freaky, man.
You smell some sulfur in the air. There's the cat.
I don't know about you, but I think your cat's a little sus.
That's an X-Men reference.
No, I know. But your cat's sus.
No, my cat is not sus. It is not orange.
It is. It's
Everyone
black,
knows
though. It's a black
orange
cat, though.
Is always sus. No, it's not. The fuck? I'm the colorblind one.
The fuck? I thought your cat was like a little black, right?
The fuck are you talking about?
Your cat?
You saw my cat.
I saw it. It was black, right?
Look at her tabby.
What color is
We're
that
talking
damn
too
cat?
much about my cat.
Okay, yeah, bro. You know, yeah. We're talking about two
always
of that
happens.
freaking cat.
Always happens between dudes having any kind of conversation. Sooner or later, it becomes a pussy talk.
Also, guys, the PS5 games will not.
No.
What?
Oh,
What?
okay. I was about to try. I thought you were going to do a D2D.
Oh no, you must be insane. We're not even in the end yet. We're getting there, but we're not there. You sick bastard.
Oh, I'm the sick bastard. You're sitting there talking shit about my pussy.
Oh god, I wish it was the end. I hate you so much. So the PS5 games are not compatible with the DualShock. The PS5 games, I'm sorry. The PS5 games are not compatible with the DualShock 4 controllers. Just so you guys can have in mind, you're not gonna be able to cheat the system. So play along, guys.
Well, you'll always find a way to cheat the system.
Oh no, they're oil. But at least in this year, right now, it's gonna be a little hard. Next year, they might. They're gonna have probably like an adapter for that shit.
Give tinkers a chance. You'll be able to play PS5 games on an automated sewing machine. You watch.
You're right.
You can already play Doom on it. Why not?
Yeah. You could play it on a freaking birth control thing.
Yes.
So yeah, Willie ain't wrong, guys. Willie ain't wrong.
That'd be messed up if you're with your girl and she takes a pregnancy test and you give it back to her and it tells her she's having a hellspawn.
I don't know. I think I'll probably like jam out to freaking death metal right there.
Look, honey, you're having a baron of hell.
Yes. I'll be happy. I don't know. I'll be like, awesome.
She will end the relationship and be glad that you didn't put a baby in her, but you'll be pleased.
Well, yeah, I will be. But again, we're going backwards, Willie. We have to go forward.
Listen.
What?
Okay, PS5 backward compatibility.
Yes.
Awesome thing.
Yes.
We need to talk about something more important. More important than the PS5 in total.
Talk to me.
Spider-Man Miles Morales has gone gold.
Whoa, yes.
It means it is at release. It's in its release state. And because they're wonderful people, Insomniac on Twitter showed off a couple of the suits that are going to be in the game.
You know what? That video is hilarious for me. I laugh at it every time I see him sneaking by.
It's not just him sneaking by.
There's a fucking cat right there.
I instantly want my cat to wear that mask.
Okay, you know what? You know what? As much as I don't like cats, I'll like to see that. That would be actually pretty funny.
Okay, you don't see a terribly large selection of suits. You basically see the suit from the original Spider-Man game. You see the Miles Morales' suit, but you see them wearing jackets, like puffy jackets.
Yeah.
And a backpack. So like you can add stuff onto you, or I don't know how that works. And how do you befriend the cat?
I don't know. We're gonna find out, man, when the game comes out, which in November 12th. Once I get this game, you best believe it, I'm gonna find out more about this shit. And I'm gonna actually play it live and all that online because I need to do a lot of experimenting. This is gonna be fun. And that fucking cat has to go. I don't want that cat swinging with me. No, he's gonna cut my rope. And he's gonna swing. He's gonna cut my rope. And he's gonna watch me die because that's what they do.
I only have 2 words for you.
Yeah.
Spider cat.
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
How can that not be awesome?
I don't know. But Willie, besides awesome, we have to bring down the bad news, though, guys. We have to bring the bad news, which, yeah, PlayStation Store on the web and mobile are gonna stop selling PS3, PSP, and PS Vita games this month. So, guys, I highly suggest if you can, grab all the games you can, all the favorites, all you want, download them ASAP. And if you hopefully have a PS3 lying around, or a PSP or a Vita, where you can put those games within the console in the system, you'll be golden. But yes, they already announced it. The PS3, PSP, Vita games are going to be out because they got to make room for the PS5 games in November. Talk to me.
You have to specify. That's only if you're buying off the PlayStation Store on mobile and web.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Thank you for clarifying that part. I almost forgot.
But And they're also going to stop selling PS4 apps, themes, and
Yeah,
avatars.
which I find that so weird. But you know what? If they gotta make room, fine. I just find it so kind of like, ugh, God, that they're gonna do something like that because you will like to purchase some of these games when you can and whatnot, and especially on the deals that they give you on certain months. Like right now, Black Friday is gonna be coming up right after October. Awesome. That means you could probably buy a couple games for like $5 or change. But now this is happening, and so technically we're just gonna be seeing what PS4 and PS5 games on the site only.
So far, mobile and web only, but it's the first. It's the first step.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's the first step. We know it. We already know it
And I
already.
hate it. And I hate it because I'm fond of Sony in general, but I have a soft spot for the PS3, and they're not selling the games anymore on mobile and web. Soon you won't be able to buy it on the console either. Soon enough, the servers will go dark. You won't be able to play PS3 games online anymore.
Which we talked about that when the servers
We have
go dark.
talked about it. Yes, I have that. I did write that up on the website. I upgraded my PS3. I have a 1 terabyte hard drive in it. I downloaded all the games that I've purchased and that I've gotten via PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that the PlayStation Plus games are still playable.
So am I.
I'm hoping that the games will still be authenticated by PlayStation servers. But thankfully, I have physical games. At the very least, I have more than enough games to play if need be. And it's not like, PS4 is going anywhere anytime soon. I'll still be able to buy PS4 games. So, yeah, my backlog is not going to change.
No, absolutely not.
I just sad to see that, well, I mean, the PS3's been around for more than 10 years.
Yeah,
14 years?
it's been hanging around for a while.
It's been around for quite a while.
Yes.
Oh, the 7th generation in total. The PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 were kicking around for quite a bit. The fact that their servers are still online is nothing short of a minor miracle.
That's absolutely true, though. It's actually very true.
But it's going to be bittersweet when it finally happens.
Yeah, let's see, man. I mean, I can only pray that they do something different and maybe have like a server dedicated for older gens and stuff like that, which I know they won't, but it's still like a thought. Like, could be like, hey, guys, we have a server dedicated just for PlayStation 3, 2, 1, and all that so we can download games and whatnot, to buy and purchase, of course. But at least to have a separate server off the main PlayStation store.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, it would be nice. I don't know that they'll do that. The odds of them doing it, not really that important to them.
No, absolutely, dude, absolutely. And
now, I will say, the gamers out there, y'all are a resourceful bunch. A lot of consoles that have been decommissioned forever are still available to play online. My favorite one being the Dreamcast, but that's because the community gets together and they set up a system by which private servers host games. So on my Dreamcast right now, I had to build an adapter. I can play Phantasy Star Online, the original, on my Dreamcast, and find quite a few people that I can play with.
You know what, Willie? I have a thought.
I wrote that up too.
No, I know it. I need it, but I have a thought. Let's say next week, if I'm not too busy with life, of course, I go over. We record the fact that you could do that right now on your Dreamcast. We record that, and just to make the fans happy, they get to watch me play Resident Evil 7 VR.
On the Dreamcast?
No, man, on the PlayStation. But I mean, give them a too short. Give them a good show so we can see, but they can see what we're talking about. That you can do this on your Dreamcast, but also give them a show of me getting scared and shit. Because of course,
you can come over, and we can play one of my favorite Dreamcast games of all time, Choo Choo Rocket online.
Choo Choo Rocket, dude.
Oh, you don't know what life is.
Oh no, I don't know. I'm gonna have to find out once I get there.
Yes. But yeah, not a problem. We can reference the original article that I wrote.
Yeah.
And reference the amazing community that makes this possible, so everybody can see that gamers, we are resourceful.
Indeed, we are. But now that we're talking about resourceful gamers and stuff like that, I want to know something about Marvel's Avengers. That I'm hearing that it's struggling, and the developers are hoping to incoming data updates that will reignite interest against this game. Because I haven't really heard a lot of fond things about this game, but it looks like they want to do something just to keep it afloat. Willie, do you have any idea of more or less what's going on here?
Well, part of the problem is that's something that's inherent with games as a service. That people will blaze through the content you give them at startup, and will get tired. Something that developers who like this whole games as a service model that they don't understand is that your game ain't the only one that's trying to do what you're doing.
That is true, though.
Right now, okay, people who play games like Marvel's Avengers already have Destiny 2 on their plate, which is a looter shooter, but it's going after a similar fan base. People who want continual content to grind for gear and levels. And just like Destiny 2 is available, I mean, I'm sure there's like 3 or 4 people still playing Anthem.
Only.
Yeah, and then you're trying to take people away from playing Warzone, from playing Apex Legends, from playing Among Us, from playing Fall Guys. Yes, they're not all people who like playing RPG style beat 'em ups like Marvel's Avengers are going to be playing Warzone, but a lot are, and you're asking them to dedicate time to your game while other games are doing the same thing. If you don't have continual content, people are going to get bored. Ask me, I'm a WoW player.
Yeah, but they're very continuous, at least on WoW, though.
No, they're not.
Really?
Shadowlands comes out end of this month, I think it was. The pre-patch for the pre-patch event starts on Tuesday. There was an almost 2-year gap between the 8.3 launch that had the final end game for this current expansion, and now in October when Shadowlands is going to drop. So people who don't struggle, but just like grind for end game content, they did the end game content. They're farming end game content.
Yeah,
and they have to resort to things like what I'm doing, pet battles, and trying to farm mounts. It's impossible to sate the appetite of gamers who just want new stuff all the time. Impossible.
It's true. I mean, we're as gamers as we are, we're all sometimes a little greedy with wanting content like ASAP. Like you want it. Oh man, I just finished the game now. In a month, I want more updates. And we kind of forget the developers and whatnot are pushing as hard as they can, multiple hours, maybe even working on different projects for certain games, even the one that they want the updates for. We kind of forget that they're human too. I mean, we're going to be talking about CD Projekt Red, for instance, in a little bit, about their commitment to work and how they wanted to make this game come out on due time. Even though the human malware is going on, they work countless hours just to make this happen. But that's dedication, again, for that one certain game, even though they have others. But again, go ahead.
You don't even have to go as far as that. All we have to look at is Epic Games and Fortnite.
Yeah, that's true.
Fortnite has to push constant content. Their seasons, like Warzone, they're not that long. I think they last 6 weeks. I'm not sure. I'm not a Fortnite player, so don't at me.
Nor am I. So don't worry.
Fortnite has seasons that go about 6 weeks. There's a whole bunch of content there that people can win. This season, it's Marvel themed. So my nephews have been blasting through whatever they can to get their skins and to get their epic, their epic drops. Once they get to a certain point, all the stuff's done. Well, the last one was them. They were frustrated because they couldn't kill Wolverine. Good luck, guys.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
did.
not gonna happen.
And you get Wolverine skin. Okay, fine. You know, people grind through and eat up all this stuff. Fortnite has to be constantly coming up with more shit to keep retention.
Yeah.
The big dirty word, retention. They want to retain the player base.
I hear you, man.
So
but like those type of games,
the result of that is 100-hour work weeks for devs.
even though they still get paid because it's all, freaking
Well, we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
Either way, whether or not you get paid, do you want to work 100 hours a week?
Yeah, no. At least I just want to make sure the game is playable, people have fun, and not bother about it for at least a good month or two. For they could have fun, do the thing, find like secret missions. Who knows? Even maybe have pre-DLCs out there for they can purchase to give at least a 2-month gap at least of rest and relaxation to keep working on making other things for the game.
Now,
Expansion packs and stuff like that.
I will say that both Crystal Dynamics, the developer of Marvel's Avengers, and Square Enix, the publisher, is cognizant of the problem. Like, Crystal Dynamics CEO was interviewed by Destructoid. I'm sorry, with Kotaku. My bad. It was Kotaku that spoke with him. And he addressed it and talked about what they're doing to try to get people back in. And it's the same thing as always. The same thing we just said. People want new content. I beat the game. People can beat games. They speed run games sometimes. And once the content is gone, all right, I did everything. It doesn't help that they pulled a Fallout 76.
That wow, man, that's a low blow.
And for a while, and Fallout 76 for a while made microtransactions the priority. Not fixing bugs, not adding new content that people actually wanted. Microtransactions.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I'm not saying that Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix did that with Marvel's The Avengers at launch. They didn't. I mean, they wanted to make the game work well, and they did, work to make the game at least, decently playable. But when you put microtransactions first and foremost, and then there's stupid little tie-ins like Spider-Man only on PlayStation, and if you're a Verizon customer, you get unique skins. Okay.
Yeah, but that's been going on for a long time. I mean, look
yes,
at
but people see things like that. I'm sorry, you make your what were you gonna say?
No, go ahead. I'll make my point after this.
Oh, I mean, people see at the beginning, okay, we have 6-8 hours of gameplay for you and story, and then you have microtransactions.
Yeah.
You haven't really set out to say, okay, this is how we're gonna keep adding stuff. This is like, you have to have a roadmap of these things, which is bullshit because companies routinely ignore roadmaps. Just ask Anthem and Fallout 76 players. But this is the problem with the games as a service. What are you going to do to keep my interest? What are you going to do for retention?
That's true.
Ask Ubisoft how wonderful it was when Rainbow Six Siege first came out. That game was a wasteland. Nobody liked it. Over time, they were adding little things here and there, and suddenly the game is awesome. Oh yeah, and I heard that Fallout 76 is awesome too, and it only took them a year and a half.
Only? I mean, they're just nuts.
Go ahead. What was the point you were trying to make?
Well, it's not much of a point, but it leans towards the whole thing about certain characters for certain systems and stuff like that. Like, for instance, on PlayStation 3 Soul Calibur 4, that you can either have Darth Vader for the PS3, I think it's Yoda for the Xbox. I forgot where they kicked in Spawn, which I was like, ugh.
It was Link on GameCube. It was Yoda on Xbox, and it was Spawn on PS3.
There we go. But I know they also but I think on PlayStation 3 they threw in Vader because of Yoda. But then you're like, what's the point of having Vader in one of these games when you can't play against another Star Wars character or stuff like that? But still, it's the fact that they did that, and they're like, hey, look, you have a specific character, but for this specific system only. And I was like, damn, that's kind of hard, because I was like, fuck, I really wanted to play either with Yoda or have Spawn in one of my games and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
You wanna get worse? I mean, the whole pre-order thing of getting characters is a bullshit thing. The whole locking characters away to a certain console can be bullshit. The worst offender as far as locking characters away for a certain system is Street Fighter Cross Tekken. An otherwise pretty decent fighting game, that got screwed up by on-disc DLC. And not just stupid on-disc DLC that kept characters out of the Xbox 360 version.
Okay.
The Fat Mega Man and Pac-Man were exclusive to PlayStation, even though the disc for the 360 version had them on there, but you had no way to access them. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
but
indeed.
the worst one is when it's a pre-order character that's exclusive to a certain store. Transformers, Fall of Cybertron.
Yeah.
This is on the PS3 and 360. You got a different pre-order bonus character, depending on where you bought it from.
That's weird.
Like Amazon, if you pre-order from Amazon, you got Bruticus, which is a G2 character. GameStop, you got what was it? Let me see if I can find a list of it. I know that there was different characters. Oh, Retro Optimus Prime on the GameStop pre-order, and Bruticus on the Amazon one. So if you want to have the full roster of characters to play from, you have to buy the GameStop and the Amazon versions, and you have to pre-order them. And there's people who do that because they want to have the complete game.
Of course they do, dude. It's it's common sense for them, at least.
Going off topic, I apologize for that.
No.
I just think
it's still a topic of what we're talking about anyway, so it's still all right.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know what grinds my gears?
Oh my god. Perfect.
Shots fired.
No, big shots, because of course, what grinds Willy's gears, of course, and we have to shoot there to certain people. But
they know who they are.
Oh, they know. But
back to Cyberpunk.
Of course, let's get back to Cyberpunk, which it's a must. And Cyberpunk 2077, the devs reportedly choose to work 6 days a week over delaying the game again. Which I think, dude, again, that's to me amazing, because you don't want this game to be, backtracked or whatever. Then you're disappointing your fans. The whole fan base is actually waiting for this game. Keanu Reeves is God. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Well,
but
there has to be, you have to put some context into it. And that's that the whole culture of crunch has become a big topic. Back to the Fortnite point I made earlier, Epic Games was given shit because they forced their developers to work 100-hour weeks just to get the content pumping. Now, the topic of CD Projekt Red and Cyberpunk 2077 has been a point of contention only because, one, the labor laws in Poland are different. So it's not like here where they force you into unpaid overtime. There they have to pay them. Okay, great. And this recently came out that the devs themselves chose to do this instead of delaying the game a third time. So yes, it's a cool thing that they decided, the developers themselves, you know what, we're willing to put this extra time in so that we can get the game in, and the game did hit gold, so it's set for launch. That's a great thing on their part. They were willing to make that sacrifice themselves, and CD Projekt Red gave them the choice. Whereas an Activision or an eBay would just say, "Oh no, you're working the extra hours because this needs to come out by this time."
No, man. It came out from them. This is mostly from them that they wanted to make sure this happened, which I find that very amazing to be honest.
But still, it's a case of, the fact that you had to crunch to begin with. I'm not gonna be able to say the quote exactly. It's the one that Jim fucking Sterling's son has said more than one time. Crunch is not. I don't want to misquote him, but to paraphrase him, crunch is not the success of the developers. It's a failure of management.
Wow.
Because if management hadn't wanted so many things thrown in there, or maybe maybe had the developers not wanted to put more things on management, not stop them because they wanted to keep focused, they wouldn't have had to crunch. That happens a lot in U.S. development. I'm not going to speak to the management style of CD Projekt Red, and I'm not going to sit there and talk about a totally different culture because they are out of Poland, and in Poland they have a different way of seeing things that we do here, and I'm not going to assume that everybody thinks like we do.
That's true. But, very true.
Although it's great that they made the choice, the fact that there had to be a choice to begin with speaks to the kind of pressure that game development has and why so many people burn out from it.
This is kind of like the same thing with YouTubers as well. I mean, as us, for instance, we're always grinding and make sure that we bring the latest and greatest for everybody. So instead of doing a weekly show, just like one podcast a day, we have to make sure we bring every day, or at least the 3 times a week that we do this, the latest and greatest. So of course you're gonna be kind of like, oh, like Jesus Christ, like, I mean, it doesn't take too much of a toll afterwards because it kind of becomes like a natural thing. But there's gonna be a time that you're gonna be like, fuck, man, all this grinding, all this happening, you're trying to make things happen, and it gets to anybody. Thank God for our squad that we're pretty much up for the challenge, but this is kind of like the same thing for the YouTubers out there, that they're always trying to grind, do daily shows, which I don't even know how they do it, to be honest. I don't even know how they're still standing at times. But same thing as them, compared to the video game developers and grinding hard just to make sure that we all get the games that we want to play. What do you think about that, Willie? Like, at least that concept of thought, though.
One advantage that a YouTuber has is that they self-direct.
True. Very true.
To a certain degree. Yes. That eventually, if a YouTuber becomes popular, there is that push by the fans for more content. But our situation is different. Like, Big Lou's not going to come up to us and say, listen, you have to do a show today.
Right.
I don't care if you broke your leg. You have to do it right now. Because we need to keep retention. There's that fucked up word again.
Jesus Christ.
But there is that pressure amongst YouTubers, Indeed. But a lot of times it's self-inflicted. You self-direct.
Absolutely.
Yes, sometimes you have pressure from the higher ups. Yahtzee Croshaw from The Escapist, one of my favorite YouTubers. Yeah, he has to come up with a 0 punctuation every week because that's what The Escapist wants from him. And he does other stuff as well, but every week, once a week, you have to have an episode. So yeah, I mean, there's that pressure.
Yeah, if you want to keep afloat, it's just that type of pressure. And
but see, in our case, you and I, we self-direct.
Mm-hmm.
But if one day I can't do the podcast because of work, or if maybe, say on one of the podcasts, not saying that's happening right now, but let's say that, I'm not really paying attention because I'm playing Need for Speed Heat while we're doing it.
I so hate you. But
yeah,
yes,
listen, I'm going to have to confess, I've been playing the game the entire time.
This whole time. Oh my God, Willie. Well, you know what? As long as you're having fun, it doesn't matter. Because I'm not going to get mad at you.
I had to restart like 4 races because I can't concentrate and drive at the same time.
Hold out there. That's what you get when you mess with this.
Well, mess with what? With what?
With the podcast. That's what you get.
Really?
Yes.
This podcast, this one podcast is brought to you by D2D.
Absolutely. That one. That you have to use promo code MIGeeks10 to save 10% on your next purchase order. Yeah, that one. But guys, yes, as the segment as we just brought in, just snuck it in there. Yes, use MIA Geeks 10 to save 10% on your next purchase order on the site. Just get the promo code, click on the link, go to the site, boom, that's 10% you save right there, guys. And also, just remember, guys, just make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button. God, because we talk so much stuff here. I know you guys know the drill, but I'm sure you guys want to make sure that when we come up with this amazing news, which is 3 times a week. 2 gaming, 1 movie podcast. Guys, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we will see you guys on Monday. Peace.